Part 4, Face-to-Face, they needed more than identity. They needed location. Using a cutting-edge trick called pin tracing, they tracked AlphaBay as a hidden server to an IP in Europe. It was time to act. Meanwhile in Thailand, agents followed Casas daily. And then while grabbing lands near his villa, they ran straight into him, face-to-face. They kept their cool. They weren't ready yet. But the countdown had begun. On the plane over, one of the agents had mentioned que Chawali to Kasich that they were from the FBI. Kasich had left it off, assuming the West that they were there to arrest him for the medes. But the truth was far more complicated than a simple mede investigation. When he got back to his hotel room, Kisha couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. A show hadn't changed, hoping to get rid of the paranoia. But it didn't help. As soon as he stepped outside, he saw them, the two men from the airport. They were telling him, let the man Mary chase through the winding streets of Patton, weaving in and out of traffic, always staying just ahead of his pursuers, heading to a bar and door de David. Hoping to lose them, but they were persistent. They sat right next to him, the eyes never leaving his face. And no, he couldn't stay in Thailand. I had to get away, but where could he go? How could he outrun the lone arm of the law? Little did he know that the game was already over. The FBI had traced the IP address of AlphaBay to a CB farm in Amsterdam, with Kesari in custody. The FBI had a ton of leverage. They could shut down AlphaBay whenever they wanted. In fact, they had already done so. The site had been offline for several hours, but the game was far from over. Not only did they have Kesari, but they also had his brother, and the trail of bodies that they left behind was the game. There were hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. The FBI was closing in, but they still needed one more thing. They needed to find the source of the chemicals. They tracked the shipment back to Alevincina. The trail went colder, but they had one sled, a tiny data trail left behind by the Valle. The Valle had used the VPN to mask his IP address. But the FBI was able to get around it. They traced the VPN back to a server in Russia. And when they finally got the data, they were shocked. It was coming from the highest levels of the Russian government.